Alright, I'm doing a video today on how to identify different lens mounts that you might find at a yard sale, flea market, or something like that. Or maybe you have relatives that gave you some. These are some old film lenses, and I'll kind of go over a couple of them here. I'll just do a few today, and then I'll do some, probably do another video, so subscribe. I don't have too many varieties here. I'll start off with this. This is a very common thread mount here. It's a screw mount. This is called an M42 42 millimeter screw mount. You can see there. Identify it because it doesn't have the standard like you would on your DSLR, the bayonet mount. These were typically found on Pentax, Honeywell cameras, and Mamiya, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and Yashica cameras. But it's a very common one. You'll find a lot of lenses that have this mount on there, and there'll be all varieties of name brands on the lenses. So that's what that looks like. M42 screw mount. It has this little pin which does the aperture here. And you set your aperture here on side, and some of the cameras had where you could do it automatic or manual on the aperture. So there you go. I'll also be going over a video later on how to clean one of these lenses, and also how to identify if the lens is good. So like I said, subscribe. So that's the M42 screw mount. Now we'll do another very common one. This is the Canon FD Mount. Now if you look here, it's a bayonet mount. But it's like inside here. You notice this ring on the outside, so when you slip it on your camera, it locks into place with this. And it has two different pin type things here. So that's what that looks like. And this is Canon FD Mount. If you're not for sure, there's not too many that have two different pins like this. A lot of times you could tell what camera it came off of. Like this one has a CA, so you know it's Canon. So this is an FD mount, and in the 80s they switched over to the EOS different lens mount for Canon. So you might find some 80s film cameras, and it would look like this on the back. So this is your bayonet mount. So it's a totally different system, but it also works for Canon. And you've got the little electronic pins up here. So this is a Canon EOS EF mount. The good thing about these, if you find these like an old Rebel G film camera, these will actually work on your modern day Canon DSLR without a adapter. So if you find these, it's a really nice bargain. Those are the two different Canon lenses you might find. And here's another one. One last one I'll do for today. This is the Olympus Mount. You can see it says Olympus there on the end. But if you look at it, see it real close here. It's got a pin here and a pin here. Again, it's the bayonet mount. The easy way to kind of distinguish these, on the Olympus, they'll have these two locking mechanisms there. Let's see that. And also Olympus is OM. You might see that written on the side of a lens if it's not an official Olympus lens, like this one says, you know, Olympus on the front of it. But some of them, if it's a third-party lens, it might say OM here on or on here on the flange of the lens. So kind of look for that. That might help you distinguish out some of the lenses. But those are the three ones I did for today. I'll do some more when I get some other ones in. Next video I'll go over probably Minolta and Pentax. They're different mounting systems. Next I'll also show you how to clean a lens and how to identify if a lens is good. So subscribe, check out my other videos. Lots of photography stuff I got going on. So thanks.